The letter S associated with the good things in life, sushi, steak, sex. And in the car world, when Mercedes-Benz puts it on the car, it usually becomes the best car in the world. Which is why when they put it on an electric car and made the EQS, all of us sat up and took notice. Now, the EQS is made in India, which means everybody, including all of you, should sit up and take notice. So what exactly is it? Sonderklasse, the special class, the flagship, the BAP of all sedans electric as far as Mercedes-Benz is concerned in 2022. It's big, brash and designed to make a statement. But unlike its conventional counterpart that makes a statement of point-blank authority, this one does it subtly. Like an old money person would, but an old money person who's got a crypto portfolio, has NFTs and rocks his Instagram. So now you know exactly what the EQS is. Not that there ever was any real doubt, but let me ask you this. Do you think that the EQS is a pretty looking car? Is it attractive? Does it want to make you want one as much as it makes you want a normal S-Class? Well, here's what I think. It is imposing as a car because it is huge. Size matters.
That's what she said. Michael.
But is it a pretty looking car? I don't think so. It's aerodynamic. In fact, Mercedes claims this is the most aerodynamic car in the world. And some people say it looks like a bit of a fish. That's true because fish are aerodynamic. Imagine a shark cutting through the water as fast as it can. This is what it does because, of course, this has to be aerodynamic to increase that range as much as possible. But again, is it pretty? I don't think so. So you think the exterior isn't very styled, is it? Okay, fair enough. Where Mercedes has spent all its money, literally every single cent, euro, pound, dollar, rupee, whatever they had in their stock, is here on the inside. Now I saw the global unveil of the EQS and I said, okay, fine, they've got a big screen set up. They call it the hyper screen. Okay, that's cool. Little did I know how absolutely amazing the interior would be. I mean, if you think the S-Class has a good interior, yeah, this is a segment up in every single imaginable possible way. It's called a hyper screen for a reason because if I'm sitting in my seat normally, there's no way even I can reach the end of what that screen is. It's all the way there for the passenger. Then you've got a massive screen in the middle. And then of course you've got the digital instrument cluster for the driver. And it is just an absolute benchmark in terms of design. This will catch on. And I bet anything, even people who don't really like their interiors full of screens are going to get into this car and they're going to have their jaws drop all the way to their crotches because, look, there's no other way of putting it. This is benchmark level stuff, period. That said, there is an awesome quirk that I'd like to now show you. Now, obviously, the EQS is a very, very quiet car because it's electric. It doesn't have any noises that it makes. So, Mercedes thought it'll make things interesting by giving it a soundtrack. Now, there are two to choose from. What you have to do is go into settings here and go to vehicle and sound experiences. And you have, let me show you Vivid Flux first because that's the more sort of sci-fi one. So, when you rev it up, it sounds like a big motor doing its thing, which is exactly what's actually happening. But when you put silver waves, and I think this is a bit of a hark back to the silver arrows, it actually sounds like a 43 AMG engine. Well, almost. You're going to have a lot more of that stuff in the future. I can guarantee it. Now there are three very important things that the EQS must do very, very well to impress us while on the move. First, of course, is comfort. Second, it has to have enough performance to enthrall us. And third, it has to do range really well, because, well, if it can't, what's the point of all that money? So let's talk about the first one first, comfort. And as you expect, it just does the S-classy stuff in a way an S-class would, a normal S-class would. This being even better because it's much quieter. It's much sort of more relaxed than an S-class. I didn't even think that was humanly possible to do for a Mercedes-Benz unless it was a Maybach, but this is. And of course, these little things here, these unbelievably comfortable pillows just make me want to take them out and cuddle with them all night long. It's just so soft and nice. Okay, before I sort of go on and on about this, let me talk about performance, but let me put it into perspective that you guys would understand really well. This is a Lamborghini Gallardo. To be precise, it is Rohan's Lamborghini Gallardo, his prized possession. It has a 5-liter V10. It makes noises that make the hair on the back of your neck stand erect, amongst other things. It is a legend. It's got soul. It's quick. Very, very quick. But what is it doing in an EQS video? This makes more horsepower than the Lamborghini, and a 0 to 100 time that's identical to Rohan's Lamborghini. Imagine this, a hot-blooded V10 powered screaming Italian yellow supercar with Rohan at the wheel and me in this, keeping up with him quietly and silently like a whoosh. So the third point, and for most the most important point, the point of this whole car, the point where all other EVs suddenly feel a generation older. Range, 857 kilometers. Let me say that again, 857 kilometers. Huge. Crazy huge. Now we all know that ARAI range is a bit exaggerated, and it's not exaggerated because they're lying to us. It's exaggerated because it's in ideal test conditions in a laboratory and under the Indian driving cycle, and that Indian driving cycle is something that most people, well, 99.9999% of the people driving in India will never ever be able to replicate. Ever. So you should realistically still get about, say, 600 or 650 kilometers of range, which means you can start in Mumbai and you can go to Pune and have that lovely mawa cake from Kiani and come back to Mumbai, then go back the next day to Pune and have some pasture or margarine sandwiches and come back to Mumbai, and you still have a bit of range left, and you won't have to worry about finding a charging spot on the expressway, because inadvertently somebody with a normal petrol or diesel powered car would have parked in the damn charging spot. I even got off the expressway to see if I'd be proven wrong, and I wasn't. And that whole video is on our Instagram, so go watch that. For now though, it is pretty easy to analyze this car. It is genuinely a viable alternate to a normal S-Class. Luxurious, imposing, that screen, the space, the tech, the range. Range. That alone makes it a killer option, even if it costs more than a cool 1 crore 50 lakh rupees. I'd say this is worth every penny.